We know that conflict, change, and the destiny of our nation have been hot-button subjects within our society. Everyone appears to have a response. However, I have been observing one particular entity of our society, the Western Church. No, I'm no theologian or clergy that knows the ins and outs of all things linked to Christianity, but I have observed the responses and new theories that lead to new phrases, new responses to events that unfold. It is eye-opening. The church used to be the crux of our cities and our communities, the problem solvers, the mediators, and even healers of social divides, fighters against a demoralized society, truth tellers with nothing to lose. But what about now? What about now in this moment of history? While politicians grapple over policy and money, law and order, where does that leave the church? It is no secret that a Trump presidency rocked the American church in more ways than one, turning congregations against pastors, pastors against congregations, family members in disarray, and political leaders disillusioned. However, I believe the progressive movement that we have watched surface during his presidency is only a reflection of something pre-existing. Now, Christians who condemn homosexuality are considered threatening and dangerous. Suddenly, Christians that are against abortion are sacrilegious and trouble to the American way. And these aren't just accusations from the secular world. These accusations are Christian against Christian. There appears to be a woke element within the Western Church that is very much awake, organized, and ready to take on Christians that are biblically and ethically sound. Such an example is the current attack against Franklin Graham. And it's not the cancel culture that's coming for him. It's the church. In a recent publication, a progressive Christian organization named Faithful America started a petition. At least 10,000 progressive Christians signed the petition, demanding Franklin Graham be removed as the head of his humanitarian aid organization, Samaritans Purse. On Faithful America's website, seen under the list of accomplishments, is getting Christian Jim Baker deplatformed, making a Catholic school president resign after he tried to fire a gay vice principal, and getting a Family Research Council president, Tony Perkins, deplatformed by MSNBC. In essence, this group has used their progressive Christianity to chastise what they deem as the non-progressive Western Church. This group goes to war for the gay agenda and takes up the mantle of social justice, including full support of groups like Black Lives Matter. One question that came to mind was, imagine if actual Christians were this organized and persistent. All in all, it's a simple game plan. Find a target, access your sizable email list of progressive Christians, and launch a never-ending petition and email campaign until the bigoted, homophobic, and/or sexist persons relent. The media then gets the optics of titles like this: 10,000 Christians call for the removal of Franklin Graham, charity CEO. This has a dual purpose. One, it demoralizes and actively subverts the Christian faith, making actual Christians think the faith has lost its way. Number two, their direct effect is they get to impugn and deplatform Christian leaders, giving more weight to their movement, and further penalizing the Western Church that holds fast to biblical worldviews. So what is happening in the church in the West? How did we go from simply believing and obeying the Word of God by faith to questioning and deconstructing our beliefs to fit our own worldview? Where will we be in 5 or 10 years? We are only scratching the surface concerning the progressive movement within the church. What we have discussed today is a minor example of their influence within the nation. So here is my question to our Christian viewers. What is happening in your church? What is the nature of what is being taught from the pulpit? What is being discussed in the back rooms of Bible study? These are questions I implore that you ask yourself. It is important to know the difference between progressive Christianity and the firm foundational gospel of Jesus Christ. But how many Christians actually know the difference? Perhaps there needs to be a sequel to this video. Perhaps not. Until next time, I'm Janelle Batts. Follow us on Facebook at Red River TV, and please share our content.